The first real pyramid is considered to be the 3rd dynasty King Djoser's step pyramid, and that is all apparently thanks to Imhotep. The step pyramid was built entirely of stone and is likened to 6 mastabas of various sizes placed on top of each other. The step pyramid, wider structure, has 11 shafts and many passageways, some of which became tombs sunk into the bedrock. So, although no bodies have been found inside a pyramid that links to the time frame of when they were apparently built, there are plenty of tombs in the surrounding area. Djoser was succeeded by other pyramid-building pharaohs like Sekhemkhet, whose step pyramid was never completed, sadly. Other step pyramids were built by later pharaohs at Ziwayet el-Aryan, as well as small ones at Abydos, Edfu, and Elephantine. Possibly some representations are of the primordial hill of the Egyptian mythology. The next design in pyramid building arose in Meidum. It is thought that it was originally designed as a step pyramid, but was then filled in and smoothed over to look more like the pyramids we more easily recognize today. In the evolutionary explanation of archaeologists, it demonstrates the next design improvement, that being the corbelled ceiling, which not only looked good, but provided extra strength to any cavity to withstand the weight of the pyramid stone above it. Now we come to the greatest pyramids of all, which stand 480 feet high on the Giza Plateau, the highest one. This, you may have guessed, is the one called Khufu's Pyramid, or better known as the Great Pyramid. It is claimed that it is the first of the 3 great pyramids to be built on the Giza Plateau. It is an unusual development, as it has 3 burial chambers, and this concept is explained as a way to assure that the king had a chamber if they died fairly early on in the building process, or halfway through the building process, or actually survived to see the end of the building process, hence the 3 chambers. Khufu's pyramid had the usual temples and causeways, etc. The majority of the pyramid is built of limestone, quarried from the surrounding outcrop of stone on the plateau. The casing stones of high-quality limestone were transported long distance from Tora, and there are also large granite blocks as part of the king's chamber that came from Aswan. Egyptologists describe the process of building the Great Pyramid as starting with levelling the site. It is thought that some mechanism was put in place so that the area could be filled with water to act as like a spirit level. Archaeologists do seem to accept that alignment of the pyramids are to cardinal points, and that this was a true factor and not just a coincidence. The great philosopher and historian Herodotus says that it took 20 years, and archaeologists agree that it is roughly the right amount of time. Let's move on to the next pyramid on the timeline, which has been established. That timeline is definitely an archaeological timeline. We are still on the Giza Plateau, and it's for the next 2, as Khufu's son Khafre is attributed to the middle pyramid, and his son Menkaure to the 3rd one. The size differed, as did the internal structure, but the look remained the same. It was pretty much downhill from here onwards, with pyramids getting smaller and smaller. The pyramid of Unas at Saqqara gets interesting because the pyramid texts start to appear at this point. And at last there are some hieroglyphs to be seen in a pyramid. Here is a list of all the pyramids and the photos. I have already started doing a short episode on each one of the pyramids, so we can take a very brief but closer look at each pyramid in Egypt.